Hey everybody, how's it? It is Saturday. I think today is August, I'm going to say it's 17th. Check me if I'm right or wrong. I don't know. And if you're seeing this on YouTube because it's a VOD post, how's it? I hope you're doing well. If you like to just come to YouTube, you don't go to Twitch, that's fine. If you don't know what this is all about, you want to join the Wheel of Cheese and have fun with all of us here on the stream. We're a fun group of people here. We just chill, we talk music pretty much. Unless I say something stupid, and of course we don't know when that hornet's nest gets kicked, especially with my dysleximouthia, as I'm now calling it. So everybody here, though, we are live. It is Twitch. You can always click down below on Twitch if you're seeing this later to join us. Blah, blah, blah. So let's go ahead and start listening to some music. These are the leftover donos. We are going to be doing Wheel of Cheese today. So I'm going to be firing off on the donos that were left over from yesterday, and then take a whole run at Wheel of Cheese, take a little break, do more donos and more cheese. Okay, so what do you say we get going? Let's see what we got here. Our very first dono makeup session is coming from, let's see here. Oops, Negatory. Big buddy. Okay, now I got my ducks in a row. This is from, let's see, the profile is Crab 9000. This is a band called T-Square. And Megalith, not to be confused with Megadeth. You know what they say, a dono a day keeps the quado away. Ah! Very well done. That was his message to me. This song was written by their sax player, Masato Honda, who had just joined the band and replaced the original sax player. He also played a number of anime soundtracks, including the solo on Tank from Cowboy Bebop. Oh, okay, guys, we're in for it. You guys ready? Let's go. All right.
Megalithic sound, the majesty of mood which can move the earth, move the heart. Megalith. T-Square.
All right. I like the phrasing of his melody right there, rhythmically. Ooh. This jazzy brog, the jazzy prog on this is insane, but I love this melody. They're really working it. Bass is crushing. We know that, right? Nice phrase there. Listen to what the bass is doing. This great octave phrasing there. God, the dual keyboard work is masterful. Do you notice most of this arrangement, 90% of this is in a pedaled note? You know what I mean? You know if you know? This is the note that it's in. The whole song is in this note. I don't have perfect pitch, but I'm going to say it's A. That kicked some serious butt. You know, the essence of that track, it was very fusion, you know, funk fusion oriented without a doubt, with an emphasis on funk. And some great rhythm patterns were going on with all the arrangements that were happening there. But if you notice, that whole track, though, was in one key. I'm going to say it's A. Stand by. Hey. No, it was E. I suck. Well, close. No, not close. Anyhow, it was in the key of E through the whole thing. There were some turnarounds, you know, very short turnarounds, maybe about 4 bars worth. But they just were crushing their arrangements on just around that note. And so by virtue of that and their musicianship and arrangement capabilities, they were really able to cut loose and really spend a lot more time on working these really super intricate, you know, funky arrangements so that the sax player can just, you know, light one off and go, you know, and damn did he ever. But I did like the track. It had the element in it that's a crossover to make it a really kind of broad listening experience for me is it did have a little bit of that pop elements. I think Shadow said earlier that it had this kind of vibe of like Ghostbusters and stuff. And when you can listen to music like this and detect or pull a series of notes out that are reminiscent of something, then for me that just tells me that the composer of this song really wanted to make sure that it was not a from start to go, you know, shred, terrorize our ears and our experience with great musicianship as much as just getting a really great piece of work, you know, stuck in our head, some kind of hook or something stuck in our head. So that was great. Good start. Good start. Okay, next up from Blooperman, we are going to check out some Guilty Gear Strive. And the song is called A Symphony. One of my favorite tracks from Guilty Gear Strive OST. I hope you enjoy it as well. Well, thank you very much, Blooperman 12. We're bringing it into the house, and let's see what everybody else here thinks of Guilty Gear Strive. Let's go. Uh-oh, we're going on this. Yeah, that's what we're talking about right there. A little adjacent Queen style composition there. This is crazy, man. I'm loving this. Is there a little Between the Berry and Me kind of vibe? What's that other band that does this kind of really super eclectic metal? A little bit of a Devin Townsend vibe as well. Blah, 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 blah. Is that what you were talking about, Fortified? Oh, those background vocals. Oh, gosh. What? God, this enclosure is so crafty. Nice chord change. God, even through this mix, we're able to hear in the piano. See that bass player's following the kick. So tight. Oh, that's a mantra. Yeah, I pretty much feel the same way. Just a bone-crushing track, you know, the kind of energy and time that it takes to write a composition like this. Even if you are savantish, you still have to put it down. You still got to record it. You still have to write the arrangements and stuff, even if it comes naturally to you. You know, this kind of talent is absurdly wild, if you would, in where they probably had to hold back on the reins, where the composer could potentially have gone on the music. But it does remind me. I mean, there was different elements in the song that kind of pulled from different genres. You know, also heard a little bit of classical overtones and stuff on certain things. But there is a band, I can't remember the name right now. They're kind of adjacent between the Barry and me. And they're kind of like in the same little top 3 type of bands that take these extreme chances in their songs. It kind of reminded me of that. But this was really, everything so far that I've ever heard of the Guilty Gear Strive experience has just been absolutely extraordinary. And the other thing, too, that I really enjoy is the different styles of engineering, you know, between, let's say, East-West, if that's such a thing, or you know, the kind of focus that they would put on the engineering. You know, when was this released? God, this was just released 4 months ago. So, or maybe this iteration of it. I don't know if the song was released 4 months ago, but this was posted 4 months ago. Anyhow, just intensely talented and something to be unexpectedly expected of them. So, anyhow, oh, he's also a game designer as well. Are you telling me that the guy who wrote this music is also the game designer? Oh, Sheen. How many of those people that we encountered on here that have been the composers and the game designers? I think that's an absolutely mind-numbing but somewhat cohesive process. I mean, if this is as intense as composition as this composer is putting out, he's applying the same insane energy and electricity to the games, yeah? Let's see, Toby Fox is one. You're right. There's one or two others, but yeah. That outside of that, Eric Barone as well. You say, Park Pal. Nonetheless, mind-numbing, powerful track. Yep. Not gonna do it. Okay, next up is S. Goverlord wants an anime called Hajime no Ippo. Is that how you say it? Hajime no Ippo? And so let's get on that. Let's see here if there's any messages here. So apparently this is a song from Hajime no Ippo, an anime about a timid young man gaining confidence through the sport of boxing. The song plays during motivational moments such as training. All right. So I take it it's going to be an uplifting piece, perhaps, but in which style? We shall find out. All right. Wow. It's giving me some old school Zeppelin vibe right here. This is really super motivational. I really love the instrument combination that's holding out that melody. Nice emphasis on the acoustic guitar work. I love the double recording of the guitars, and I love the fact that it's not identical. It gives great depth to this. A little bit laid back at the playing there. What a great sound that is. That bass line staying steady through this is phenomenal. Yeah, a lot of big ups on the bass line on that. A matter of fact, all the elements on that I thought were super badass. I love the way, I love the sound design around the drums. Recording at the very beginning, it kind of had a Zeppelin vibe, like an old school, you know, kind of Zeppelin vibe to it, because you had the acoustic guitars going, which, you know, Zeppelin did a lot of that kind of stuff, you know, to build up into some of their songs. But the melody that was being played, was that a mellotron, or it could have been a synth that was very uniquely programmed, and, you know, the sound was put together or designed. They would sound like they were doing it with a synth and a guitar. But it was very motivational, even though the drums had a little bit of a pseudo-chaotic vibe. I could see this being super motivational, like if you needed to get through a bunch of sets, you know, if you were doing, you know, inverted chest or whatever. I can't even lift my toothbrush anymore. I used to lift weights back in the day, but now I can barely lift my arm. But I could see how that's a motivator, but in a very positive vibe. You know, it kind of glided in your head. It kind of, right now, I can almost guarantee that right now, if I shut up for 3 seconds, you're still hearing that hook. Ready? Okay, well, I'm just saying, I did. That was a super great track. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put the link of this song inside the Chatamaru here. Okay, link for... how do you spell that? Hajime. No, is it E? Ippo. I spelled it wrong, I'm sorry. There you go. Yeah, I fully liked it, man. It was, a matter of fact, I saved it, something I want to listen to a little later. Tonight I'm making, my friend of mine caught some ahi and saved me a nice little, so I'm going to have some mango and ahi, and I'm going to cook it tonight. And I'm going to listen to this track a few times because it puts you in a good mood. Like, yay, let's do this, you know. Well done, fantabulous. Next up, Next 794 would like us to check out a track from the game Castlevania. The name of the song is I Am the Wind. And next wrote down singer Cynthia Harrell, the same singer on Metal Gear Solid 3 track, Snake Eater. All right, we're doing this. Thanks, Nex, for coming in and hanging out. Let's go. Oh, wait, where did Kenny G come from? What the? Kenny.
Just Lifting high up in the sky that never ends, through thick and thin, I always will.
Has that 80 ballad vibe, the 80s ballad vibe, so maybe that's where the Kenny G vibe came from. Oh, Dave Cause, what a great call.
I face my destiny every day I live, and the best of me is all I have to give, just like the sun, when my day's done.
Very nostalgic production.
Sometimes I don't like the person I've become.
How are you, buddy?
Is the enemy within our thousand men? Should I walk the path my words so bad I have?
Was this downloadable content or actually part of the game?
Testing me every day I live. Well, the best in me is all I have to give. I can't pretend. I can't pretend.
Classic hook development. Little boulder strings behind it with the background vocals.
All things must end. Goodbye, my friend. Think of me when you see the sun or feel the wind. I am the wind. I am the sun. And one day we'll all be one.
Very classic songwriting structure.
I am the wind.
Intro verse, pre-chorus, second verse, pre-chorus, bridge. Now we're probably going to bust out into maybe a modulation.
All be one.
What do you say to modulation? Yes, no, yeah? No, I didn't. Oh, Gladys do a nice solo. A little soprano saxophone solo there.
I am the wind, I am the sun, and one day we'll all be one. I am the wind, I am the sun, one day we'll all be one.
Nice background vocals.
I am the sun, one day we'll all be one. I am the sun.
And these are the days, too, when the outros, as we like to call it, would go for a while so everybody can vamp. Little flares from the saxophone player, little flares from the lead vocalist. Absolutely beautiful, classic track with those 90s nostalgia kind of vibe in production and stuff. A lot that has to do with that also kind of surrounds itself with the kind of piano, that electric piano sound that was used a lot, kind of a derivative of the DX7 that kind of grew into, you know, a crossover between like Korg and like a Roland vibe. And then they started layering it and, you know, stacking different sounds to get unique electric piano vibes as it went through into the 90s. But it was a classic, like, love ballad kind of a thing. When it opened up and that soprano sax coming in there, and I was like, oh, Kenny G just dropping into video games now. Whether or not this was, I know I saw you guys on the chat wondering whether this or how this was part of Castlevania. I think we had somebody look it up really quick, and that this was the credit ending. And thank you to Joller Baller. Hey, Joller Baller, how are you? And thanks for jumping into the chat. Everybody say hi to Joller Baller, because he came from the other side of just lurking and said aloha to us in the chat. So yeah, I love the track. It made me feel just kind of whimsical for the times of the 90s when I had long hair and a mullet. Well, pseudo mullet. It wasn't bad like Joe Dirt mullet, but it was mullety enough. It was like, I had a friend of mine that co-owned a record company, and just as Billy Ray Cyrus was blowing up, and he goes, "Brah, you're a couple snips away from, can you sing country? Can you sing country?" I go, "No, man, I can't sing at all." But anyhow, yeah, that was the era that it brings me back to as far as my soundtrack of life. You know, the high tops, the Adidas high tops with the jeans and the Oh, shit, I aged myself. It's cool. I'm cool. We're cool. That was a great track. Okay, next up, Send Monkey would like us to hear a track from Zoom 100. Oh, well, let me take a full look at this. This track is called Happiness of the Dead. And it's an anime called Zoom 100, and it's the ending theme, and it's from Send Monkey. Thanks, Send Monkey. Let's see what Send Monkey has for us, and thank you for dropping by for the dono. I appreciate it. Let's go. From Send Monkey. Oh, okay.
つまんなそうにして効率ばっかの毎日で言っちゃいいがちょっともったいないねこの日が人生のラストだと思えば
There's a combo style in there.
なんか始めようライフワンですもう何回目なのにやめられないんだライカジャンキーもう一回さあもう一回行くぜこの世の果てまでイエーイさあ幸せを探したいんだ鍵を置いてって
What a great change up right there.
笑えていればちょうどさ何もない場所だって何もないわけじゃないさ Do alright 今日にときめいて寄り道したっていい急に歌い出したっていい全て終わる日まで
It sounds so light and fluffy and happy, but I like how the grinding down of the guitar kind of keeps you in a, stay in your place.
心の電源を圧して生きるのは楽っちゃ楽だでもなんか嫌になっちゃうね
The bass!
誰かに人生を売り渡すつもりはもうとないさちゃんと生きていこうまるで線の社会冷める暇もないな気づきゃ先頭でダイブすぐに通常の運転になるもう狂っちまうよ今日という状況無情は差し出されたその手の
This is
行方は
badass.
誰も知らない
That was fire damage right there.
さあ幸せを探したいんだ誰かの言葉じゃ少しも傷つかないくらいにさ何気ない場所だって大切になってるんだ
Ooh, great. Great engineering on the guitar. It was doubled up and everything like that.
この世の近くで笑い合っていたいんだ君と気の向くままにさ全てが壊れてそこから始める Alright 今日楽しんで寄り道したっていい急に歌い出したっていい全て終わる日まで
I mean, how badass of an opportunity the composers that write for anime can express in such a unique way and be so musical and so freaking melodic, and also be these they have this great kind of sense of when it comes to when they are adding the textures, let's say in a track like this, the second you're throwing in some dirty guitar work in there, you know, you could just a little bit more distortion or a little less distortion or overdrive, you know, can make or break a lot of things of a track. And they just found that perfect tone for the guitar in there. So it didn't push itself too far into being, is this a rock track trying to be a, but there were so many different genres blended in on this. I still can't, I don't know. I never get to see any of these singing artists, male or female, the Japanese artists sing live in shows and stuff. So it's hard to put a face to whom these singers are, but they are some of the most talented singers in the world, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's just me. But I've heard some of the most extraordinary ranges, vocals that can handle really big fat intervals, you know, and styles. Of course, as far as I'm concerned, the top singer in the world, I'm going to say this, you're going to say that the Abbacado lost his mind here on this Twitch stream, but so far, the top female vocalist right now for me is it Ado? I've never heard anything like that. Absolutely so extraordinary. She's just absolutely mind-numbing, if that's how I pronounce the name. But that's just me. That's just, you know. But then, I mean, when I hear talent like this, that's right up there in that, you know, plus 20 fire damage range. You know what I mean? When you unlock that level. But Ado has an amazing talent for expression and incredible control over the voice and so many different genres of vocalizing. You know. Anyhow, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. I said it here. It's pronounced Ado. Okay, thank you. I said it here. You guys can take me to task. Neener. Next up, 99% God. How are ya? I know you're lurking back there. Where are you? Ding, 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 ding. So let me see here. There he is. All right, let's do this. So let me see. Uh-oh, we're in for something here. The band is called Dealer. The song is I Hate You, Try to Hide. Even more grime than before, guys. So let's get our fingers on the volume just in case this is a smoking banging track that has power lorded the volume bus. Are you guys ready? Here we go. Budding. This might be dark video, guys. Let's go. Wow. Wow. This is absolutely deep as sheen.
I break the legs of the ghostly dancers. I stand for the black on the ceiling. I refuse to choke on the substance that aims to evade this feeling. A thief that tries to leap from beyond to rob with the flies. Short consequences, short cuts to the odds and slide to the body of lies. Sink or swim.
Rick, man, this is nuclear.
You try to hide. It's wrong, try tight with they. You try to hide.
I love how they do this texture in the production, man. It's badass. It's kind of adjacent Mick Gordon style composition, no?
Sink or swim.
Oof. Tough subject matter, man. Jesus. Art form is art form, and well, if that's the way they close it, then that's how she go. That was as dark and as gnarly as you could possibly get. I know there's another track that I heard, I think 3 days ago. That was, if you can believe it, maybe a smidge more heavier and gnarlier in visual context as well as audio. But art is abstract as can be. And musically, I mean, regardless of the video, I thought it was super badass how in production they went ahead and took that extra step with in post, I take it. It sounds like it should be. How it's chained. How they tweaked the drum sounds and everything like that, during before they got into the meat and potatoes when the guy actually gets in with his performance as a vocalist. But I think the essence of that was to get as sizzled and fried and dark and singeing and burning and incinerative. Is that a word? Incinerative? If it isn't, I'm putting it on a t-shirt. As you possibly can, because the subject matter is as dark and gnarly and heavy and incendiary, But poof, that was definitely a chest pounder, And truth be told, it's a real life story. This is how people feel. And so good on them for their artwork and stuff. And that was 99%. That was just pow. That's the best way I could put it here. But it looks like we don't end there, folks, because my next one up is Cuppins. Save all my no, that's Tuppence. Oh, I suck. Because Orenai wants to follow us up. I'm still going in the dono row. We are going to be doing something from Falling in Reverse. And so we're going to stay on that jolly theme of... And so let's see what we got here. Is this the new one? I don't know. I heard they just released something else. I was going, well, maybe it'll end up on the channel. So let's see what this is. Orenai. Which one is this? Oh, is this the one that just released? Okay. Wow. I put it out in the universe. Orenai, you heard me. This is it. This is brand new, Falling in Reverse. I actually am a fan of his expressionism, albeit dark and heavy, and he seems to be working a message through that he seems to be channeling from somewhere, some part of the universe. He is very creative, very artistic, and his music is really diverse in the power of arrangements and stuff. So that's my prequel to what I don't know we're about to enter into. So yeah, here we go. Thanks a lot, Orenai.
Dear diary, I've been searching for a higher me. I'm in the sky in the pilot seat, trying to stop my mind from spiraling, and that's irony. I'm just looking for a resolution. I just want to be a better human, but it's hard when everybody's acting stupid. Pardon me if that came off rude. I just have a bad attitude with the world and not just with you. It's the side effects of abuse. I admit I'm a little strange. I don't think that I'll ever change. I survived a whole life of pain. You could say I escaped my fate. I'm a cynical, egotistical, unpredictable, hardened criminal, and I can be a little hypocritical, but I'll admit it straight to your face. I'm unbreakable, irreplaceable, undeniably inspirational. I use everything I had available to make me the person I am today. Dear diary,
God, I like what he's using.
I just had another wild dream. I was in a world that admired me, and when I woke up I was smiling, and that's irony. You talk a lot but you don't even know me. I'm just hoping that my testimony will inspire y'all to stop
It's a pseudo-orchestral vibe right there.
Came off weird. I don't mean to be mean, I swear. I have been through a lot this year. I just want to make a few things clear. I don't like it when people hate behind my back and not to my face. Nowadays it just feels so fake, so I'll cut the grass to expose the snakes. I'm unstoppable, it's impossible. You don't want to see the diabolical side of me that
It's so important that choral work in the background. It's connecting all the musical dots.
And you praise the fascists. You kiss the hand that takes half in taxes, faking outrage and being seen. A generation with no self-esteem. It's time to rise up and stand against them. Break the chains and finally see the vision. We're post-traumatic from a broken system. Follow me into the chaos engine.
Sorry, I cursed.
It's time to stand. It's time to fight. Don't be afraid to twist the knife. Your sacrifice to break the curse. Prepare to die. Prepare to burn. Abandon hope. It's not enough. Cause all our gods abandon us. Your sacrifice to break the curse, light the match, watch it burn.
Oh, damn. That's probably starting a conversation in the comments. This is epic symphonic metal. It's back there, but there's not ostinato with the strings. It's really mental. Way back there, but it's so good. Love how the kick and the bass are locked. Good on him. Yeah, man, this is some absolute gnarly representation. I mean, look, I would have to say that at some point I have viscerally the same kind of disdain for how the world has functioned. I wouldn't know how to express it like this. So Ronnie, who has been, in my little short experience of understanding his journey of his life and his music ability, he at least has it's like a got nothing to lose. I'm throwing it all against the wall. And he's doing it in the epic way that it deserves, and the energy of the negativity and the harshness is happening to all of us in one way, shape, or another. Even myself in my 60s, I'm on the other side of the rainbow. I got 5 minutes, 5 weeks, 5 years, 25 years before I die. I don't know, but I'm on that other side, but still carry a little bit of that energy of ugh. Now, his decision in how he shot his video, that might be something that, rocks the world, like when Madonna did Like a Virgin, or there was another one that Madonna did. That was really when she brought in the religious background of it all. There was another one too. I forgot the name of that one, but that'll ruffle a few feathers. But as far as, Like a Prayer, thank you very much. But as far as the lyrics and the music, without me looking at the video, was absolutely incredibly well put together. In very current times, using as, I can hear pulled influences. And then if you're going to do something as bombastic, like Ronnie Raddick does, I will say one thing about this kind of composition is that it is very much tied in with Bloodborne and other powerful video games that uses the same composing techniques. Okay, so the fact that he's infusing more epic symphonic composing techniques to this, for me, is really a full joy to listen to. Of course, depending on who's mixing it and how the end game is going to be, I would have loved personally to hear just a little more of a shove, maybe 2.5, maybe 3 dBs, a push of a little bit of more of the string work, to give it just maybe a little bit more of a symphonic largeness, if that is a possibility. Something doubling up behind the guitars could have been a pretty sick French horn section, just to give it a little bit more of that, thicker, heavier, 40,000 miles worth of old oil grudginess, Did I just say that? I have no idea what that means, but I think it means something. Anyhow, you could tell I went over the moon on this, Orenai, because I really can appreciate both the band. What was the band before? Was it Dealer? and its heaviness and darkness and representing energy of today and what's going on in the world. And then, of course, with this artist also doing the same. It's dark out there, even though I put on sunblock 25 when I go out there. So I think this was a really super powerful representation. In a way, depending on how you feel about life, of what's going on. So that was a badass track. Yes, super badass. So let's see what stands up next here. Hang on for 1 second. I just got a little message from my friends on Discord. And I thought maybe I did something wrong, like I hit a bad button, but I didn't. Oren, I thank you so much for dropping that in. That was absolutely sick. Okay, we're going to do like 2 or 3 more donos, and then we're going to dive in some Wheel of Cheese. If you're lurking for the Wheel of Cheese, I'll be there soon. Capterman. We are coming in with a band called the Chalkeaters. Remember, guys, if I say it wrong, I'm old. I get an old man fail pass, right? This is called Must Have Been the Wind. Oh, it's a Skyrim guard song. So once again, you guys are going to help me. I don't know if this is a cover or a downloadable content. I know you guys probably roll your eyes every time I say stupid stuff like that, but how else am I going to learn? And plus, because I'm so forgetful, I'll ask the same question tomorrow because I don't know that you taught me today, because that's what happens when you get old. Let's go. All right.
It must have been the wind. It cast a wicked dream. A spear pierced my shield. An arrow hit my chin. It must have been the wind. They said they'd be safe now at rest.
Oh, this is fan made. Okay, thank you. See, I don't know. I like there's acoustic guitar that's doubling the chugs. I love that. I love that bass stuff.
There's armies marching in. A spear pierced my shield. An arrow hit my chin. It must have been the wind. A sound of mighty doom cut through the nightly gloom. Don't make me nervous, please stop shouting. Oh, that's it, you're getting pouty. Whoa, one more problem solved. That's what you get for disrespecting the law.
There's that bass line again.
Thought that I saw the dragon soaring in my steel. It must have been the wind. The walls are closing in. A spear pierced my shield. An arrow hit my chin. It must have been
I like the deeper, wide synths in the background.
Dragon fire is spread over white land and turn it into dust. Though it seemed it still was just the wind. It must have been the wind. Mama told me to let
I love the engineering on the kit.
someone stole my dear sweet robe. The wind will pass, the kings will fall. We should stay strong, cause life goes on. I never was an adventurer, a quiet known essentially. I'm just wait out this storm, I'll carry on.
Nice. Very uplifting, very positive.
It must have been simply my imagination. It must have been simply my imagination. Hey, hey, sing it out, Imperials. It must have been simply my imagination. I can hear you, Stormcloak. It must have been simply my imagination. Now all together. It must have been simply my imagination. It must have been the wind. The walls are closing in. A spear pierced my
Did we ever have an era like this particular genre in pop modern Western music? Like, what other band would have been like this? Yeah, okay, 2000 EMO, okay, got you.
Oh, this is definitely going to be a hit.
Professor,
Huh?
you're fully recovered.
Finally.
Try to play less of these addictive games, all right? You're free, but you'll remain under our new doctor's observation.
Oh, take pills from her, then I see. You know, the whole the reason why I asked that question, I loved the track so much, and I wasn't really exposed to a lot of, I guess it's called EMO. I don't know what that stands for, but I know that it's kind of a more pop, fun kind of vibe that happened in the 2000s. But I think that for me, it's wonderful. This thing just released about a year ago. And emotive rock, is that what it is? Okay, thank you. Emo. Oh, okay, got it. Emo. EMO. Okay, fine. I'm thinking of ELO, EMO, EVO, and Vivo, Hotido. Sorry, I'm stupid when I try to be funny. This style of music, I know that so many people love writing this style of music, but because maybe they think they're chasing a particular genre or what's hip and cool today and trying to get into the record industry and stuff, they don't get the opportunity to release this kind of super great composition, great production on this, vocals, everything so hooky on it, and a nice blend of, you know, more of a rock. I think maybe the emo thing has to do with more of those fatter synths and stuff that kind of pull a little bit from the 80s. Kind of influences, stuff like that, but just really upbeat, really go for it kind of stuff. And if video games and anime is the way out, you know, and people can find ways to be creative, and if it could be the new creative mojo for future composers and stuff, is to, you know, I'll bet you right now, I'm going to hedge a guess that at least 50% of the new younger composers, let's say the ones that are under 30 years old, are gamers as well. And to maybe look at that as an advantage to, you know, writing a custom song or a cover of a track in a way that you want to, because it just sounds badass, instead of writing a piece of music that you might be chasing a tail because it could be a, you know, a hot genre or something. We can get some kick-ass music out there, and I guess to each his own in their style. But I really love this track. I thought it was really super cool. So I had to refresh my data. And I have a couple of more that I'm going to do. And then we're going to do Wheel of Cheese. Lacrimosa, how are you? How you been? I hope you're doing well. Is it weekend for you, or like is it Saturday or Sunday for you? Where are you in the date line? So I don't know whether I'm saying good morning or good afternoon or good evening. But I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you back here. And thank you again, once again, for your super kindness. Even better, it's Saturday night. It's 6 p.m. All right. So let me take a wild guess. It's either a beer or maybe it's green tea. You know, libation that you're chilling, enjoying, having fun with all of us. I don't know, guys. What do you think Lacrimosa's having a drink, or what do you think he's doing while he's listening to music? Because we're going to check it out. He's always bringing some super cool stuff here. And guess what? I think it's going to continue because we're going on the metal. We're on the metal merry-go-round, guys. And so I think you guys have heard of this band called White Ward. I think you have. And this track is called Leviathan. Leviathan? Wait a minute. Did I do Leviathan? I may have. I don't think so. Turnip. If you into house, can you do a search and see if I did Leviathan? I kind of oh, I know what I recognize. I'm sorry. I recognize the cover artwork. I don't think I did Leviathan. You're right. Okay. So, yes, everything is good with the recovery. Thank you very much. So we visited. Oh, I should have read the thing before I said it. So his message is, we visited them once before, but I think it's time to visit them again. What two instruments don't seem to belong? Oh, he's put us on quiz mode, guys. Not Quizno, but quiz mode. So once again, I'm gonna read his challenge to us. What two instruments don't seem to belong? All right. Lacrimosa's throwing it down. Let's do that. Let's see what two instruments may not belong. All right. It's sneaking up enough so I could see it on the LEDs. Ooh, that was close. Giving me some early on Pink Floyd vibes. That was tough. I love that. Shit, I can get my heart out of my throat. Jump scare though. I love the tom and kick work. It sounds simple, but it gives that flam kind of vibe. Now, the magic in that kick sound, Lacrimosa, is the isolation and the miking. That picking technique is pulling this very unique harmonic out of what they're playing on the chug. Blasky has always blown me away on these drummers, how they do that. Got some great guitar layering going on in there. And it's all firing on the 16ths. Even that great melody in the background. God, the way the bass is just digging in. That saxophone. Where it sits in the mix and how it's heavily rinsed in reverb is what's making it pull for me on this. Beautiful infinity reverb on that. God, the tail off is great. But Lacrimosa does work. The saxophone and this trumpet. It colors in a unique void that otherwise would not be manageable without those tones, and that's why, for me, it works phenomenal. I think it was in yesterday's stream too, we had a very unique trumpet position in one of these tracks. This has a little bit of the early Herb Alpert vibes. I like the ninth in that chord. There's even a ninth in that one. Yeah, Cradle's a good call too. Now we're going to bring in some of the burning soothingness of a Gilmore kind of solo vibe right here. Well, until then. Trying to dig in on what the extra layer is. Think we're gonna hit a 3/4 in this or a 6/8? No. More like 6 obliterate. Good ear, Fortified. Yep. How you doing, Emma? See, I love that melody that's hanging out there. You know, the guitar player has it washed out and he's doing it in the 16ths. Ooh. We're getting a pre-fader, or pre-send fader fade. That was great. And you know what, to answer your question, Lacrimose, though, yes, I understand what you were meaning about what two instruments might not belong. Actually, learning also from watching the chat here, but from my own personal feelings, because I know I've heard of some other metal bands that have used saxophone or trumpets, albeit maybe in a very special part of the album, you know, in part of a composition. In this case, it worked out unreal. The blend of the saxophone during the heavier parts of the track, I think what was paramount is where that was in the mix and the amount of reverb they gave to it. And there was a little bit of a shaving off of the high end, also in the EQ, not quite lo-fi-ish, but you know, so even the saxophone work as vampy siren, like the siren, like a, you know, witchy poo or whatever you want to call it, kind of sensation of that really played into that part of the composition. And then when the trumpet shows up in that more laid back, darker part of it, once again, because of its kind of a legato-ish vibe for the most part, and the way it was just the dynamics of it playing, you know, how it was just being played and just kind of meandering and stuff like that. I thought it works perfect. I don't have enough listening experience like a black metal thing to be like a certain particular kind of elitist vibe that if it has this and this and this, it's definitely not that. You know, I'm very like new, you know. So you throwing a song like this to me just expands like the fact that these musicians, that's the other thing, whatever it is that these musicians in this band honors in the genre that they've committed to, the fact that they kind of flex a little bit out into these other, let's use this and let's tell the story this way, and let's bring our listeners to this place in their mind before we light it on fire again, into, like I had jokingly said, and I think I'm going to use from now on, every time I hear blast beat, I'm going to call it 6/8 obliterate or something like that, so. But, yeah, I don't know how truth be told, Lacrimosa, I feel the same way. On a lot of the music that I've been listening to, as a composer, the idea of sitting down and writing a piece like that is like, you have to be in a very special creative place for that. And unfortunately, I'm void of that for myself personally, because I've been a media monkey as a composer. So my job has always been get a phone call, get it done in 3 or 4 hours, get paid, get out of here, because that's just the environment and the atmosphere that I work in. So I've lost, when I was younger, when I'd sit down and spend days, if not weeks, just crafting 16 bars, it went out the window. But knowing I've experienced that, just like you said, what does it take to write a track like that? I can feel like, oh yeah, you got to be in a place, to really put this down, and put it together. And that's where continually still the metal scene, to me, has always been the hands down winner in that kind of distinct dedication. I felt like I just rambled on like some old fart professor, but one of supporting all things, of course. So, and also too, quite a few people put down some adjacent twos like Cradle and Rivers is Nil and stuff. So there's probably some other ones here that I've seen. Let me see. Musician at home. How's it, brother? How are you? Let's see. After album is probably, what is that called? He Sans After. Okay. Yeah, thanks for dropping that on us. I'm going to have to check that as well. Everybody say hi to a musician at home. He came in from the Lurkerville, decided to join us. So how's it? And thanks for saying hi. And also thanks for taking the time putting that in. Super cool beans. Yeah. All right. So let's keep going. And thank you again, Lacrimosa. You're very kind. That's... sometimes I get embarrassed, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Okay, Judgment Kazi has donated $40,000 in this stream just to hear a song. Should I buy a car? What should I buy with that? If I got $40,000, what would I do? New tires for the truck. I'd probably donate about 20,000 of it, spread it out to a couple of nonprofits, and I'd go on a fishing trip and a surfing trip to the Mentawais. That's what I would do. But in the meantime, it's $40,000 points on the channel, so just the same kind of love. So let's do this. Judgment Kazi wants us to check out, guess what, guys? Metal Gear Solid 4. So let's see what we do here. Metal Gear Solid 4. And this is a love theme. So let's see what Judgment wants here. He's got a nice little message here. I'm going to read it. So let's see. The scene song starts at 6:03 and ends at 9:33. Thank you for that. So he had written here, tonight I've sent you a haunting track from one of my favorite games of all time, Metal Gear Solid 4. I'm going to read this like I was the grandfather reading this to my grandkids. Guns of the Patriot. The game revolves around Solid Snake, a spy soldier who's been hyper-aged through DNA manipulations and nanomachines as he fires back against the terrorists who have incited a world war. In the scene you are about to see, Snake is on a suicide mission where he must cross a hallway that will bombard him with microwave radiations as he attempts to reach his destination, effectively cooking him alive. in a world. I'm sorry. As his allies fight a losing battle in hopes of the snake succeeds, you have to button mash and struggle along the snake. Button mash, like, are you talking about the controller? While watching the scene unfold and follow the music. This is a raw emotional scene that shows off cinematic chops of game director Hideo Kojima. All right. I look forward to it. Sorry about that. Me going into Abbacato's storytelling mode in a world. Let's go.
Snake, that place is saturated with microbes. The longer you stay in there, the greater damage you'll take. Get through there as quickly as possible.
This is a unique perspective, hearing the music with gameplay. That unique balance between game audio and music. Wonderful track of music behind this. It's like a funeral crawl. Getting fried alive? Is that what this is about? Microwaved his poto. All right, that was a really unique listen for me. When I've talked many times about getting the opportunity to hear the music before gameplay, and or separate from gameplay. That in my mind, sometimes you guys have heard me say, geez, I wonder how this would sound against gameplay, because if this is a boss fight, there's all this exploding probably going on. What are we really missing in the music experience because of the tone cancellation or frequency collisions, if you would. Frequency cancellation. What will take the more powerful? The sledgehammer swinging down opposed to a storm drum. you know. So this was really fun for me to listen to. I had to put a little extra energy into listening to the music on this, but the whole string, the heaviness of the strings and just her voice was appropriate for this, what was going on, because there was a lot of him, you know, going on there. There was enough percussions that was going on from sound design from the game. So obviously there wasn't anything even obtusely close to wanting to put something, or not something pattern-wise from a string, like you know, some kind of little light ostinato or something. As a composer, we have that ill-fated thing where if I was to be sitting in the mixing session, I'd be going, geez, guys, we got to bump this just a little more. Just push this up maybe 2 dBs. And I felt like even this, I did, even though it's very clear to see what was going on in the game, I did want to get a little bit more of the emotion of the strings in her voice to complement everything that was going down there, you know. But it could be also how I'm hearing it on my headsets. You know, there's many different variables. But that was definitely like remember the end of Gladiators, where he's pushing open the gate and he finally sees his wife. It's very powerful how things like that work. It's just a beautiful voice with something. In that case, it was a little more freeing. In this case, this was a lot more foreboding, but very lightly composed, just with her voice and that strings there and stuff. So it was it's very trippy. And of course, I'm taken back a little bit, of course, by watching what was going on there. So if I had enough wherewithal to say it looks like he's getting microwaved, that actually takes me away a little bit from listening to the music and stuff. But that was a great example of... Now, if we were to hear that track by itself, it would probably be even a little more beautiful and a little more powerful and potent. You know, stuff is very impotent. Okay, guys, listen. Hey, Turnip, did we give me a little sidebar here? I definitely want to get to his operated TV, because we were talking about that yesterday. Can you send me in Discord if we found his... Oh, you're working on it? Okay, cool beans. Once you get it, just fire it to me on Discord, and we'll work this out, because we do. This is what we do here. Okay, guys, Wheel of Cheese time. We're going to take a little break from the donos. You guys ready for the Wheel of Cheese? How many of you guys are lurking in the background want some Wheel of Cheese? First-time chatters. You got to come in here and say, I want my Wheel of Cheese. You know? I mean, come on. Really? It's only a few of us here, right? There's not a lot of people here. I don't know how many people are here, but I want to... I need first-time lurkers to come in here and Wheel of Cheese. And if you don't know what Wheel of Cheese is, there's that form right there on the very top, where you can put in your song and it goes on this Wheel of Cheese you're about to see. You never know. We might get a chance to listen to your track. And so let me go to that. Give me a second, guys. Let me get my ducks in a row here. And let's flippity-blip. And that's not the Wheel of Cheese. That's yesterday's remnant of cheese from yesterday. And my fat cheese. Hey, patty cakes. Okay, stand by for a second here. I'm going to refresh all data. And let's start off with the new Wheel of Cheesers. Just in case for your very first time Wheel of Cheesies, we have a separate list, which I'm going to do right now. It's called Queso Fresco, fresh cheese. And so it's a much smaller list, so you might have a better chance of actually getting your track listened to. So let me do this. And here we go. Oops, where's my Wheel of Cheese? And my source. Okay, here we go. Let me populate it. You see, there's only like a dozen folks there from the Newbie Doobies. Smoking Newbie Doobies. Hoobie Doobie Doobies. Okay, guys, are you ready? Here we go. Starting off our Wheel of Cheese. And let's go. Ah, look at that go. Who will it be? Nobody knows. Fortified Okami. Are you still here? I started off the stream here. So Fortified Okami would like us to hear. Let's see. And of course, you guys know, if you missed it, you know where to find it. We're doing a game. Oh, wow, I haven't done anything from Final Fantasy. I was going to say Fartasy. Final Fantasy 14. And this one is called Emerald Under Sapphire, I believe. Is that what that is? Yes, Emerald Under Sapphire, the Yakitiel Day theme. And he says this is one of his favorite zones from the themes from the game. So let's go. All right. Very nice. This is in gameplay? And yes, the volume is a little low. A little bouncy bassoon back there. Very fun, very hopeful, or lighthearted and hopeful. Well, that reminds me of me crashing my drone in a tree. Oh, that was unique. I love the light take on the India-style percussive arrangements. Is this actually the game background? This kind of has like an ending theme vibe to it because there's these little sections that might embody different motifs through the game, perhaps. A little bouncy bassoon. Maybe this is a hopeful part of the game, a little uplifting before you get yourself into a mess of something else. Very, very nice track, but for myself, the way I was listening to it, it just sounded like I just got through saying, it sounded like a couple of different sections, all threaded with a really consistent orchestrating or writing of it. But it was speaking of a place that was happy, in between maybe tougher scenes and stuff like that. Obviously, by using the background vocals, the background imaging and stuff there, visually it lends into the music as a scene of like maybe rejuvenation, talking to other characters, maybe, if that's what this game does, with the talking bubbles and stuff like that. The vocals, though, I was listening to the vocals, and it was a very unique choice of performance. The voice was great, but it was a very unique choice of performance. I think if the vocals would have been a little less in the attack, or in its volume, not be so chesty, maybe a little more heady, it would have taken it a different direction. So I'm saying I liked the voice in what it was doing. That the difference between that and maybe pulling that back a little bit, not being chesty, would have taken this into a little bit more of an ethereal thing. But it already had an ethereal vibe to it. But the voice kind of made it fun, like we were in a place like, hey, let's roll a fat one and let's figure this out. I mean, make a Subway sandwich, or a big fat Subway sandwich. That's what I'm talking about. What? Holla. More wheel of cheese. Because that's what I do. Okay, next wheel of cheese. Okay, guys, now we're going for the super fatty. Well, me and the words I'm choosing. So this is a super fatty, a little nugget on the machine. This is the queso pobre. And let's see what we got here now. Are you guys ready? Mm-hmm. See how many we got going on here. Dang! My goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I see you, Pink Milkum. Oh, good. I look forward to a new Streetlight Manifesto. Throw it on the wheel of cheese when it comes out. Let me know. All right, here we go, guys. Are you ready for the big queso pobre spin? Oh. Who do we got? What? Is it Cycloid? No, Clay BC. How are you, Clay BC? Let's see what we got here for Clay BC. Yeah, ready. Here in our wheel of cheese. Oh, okay. This band. I got to tell you, before I let you guys know who it is, just by looking at this band, I'm kind of a fan of what they've been doing. I'm just kind of waiting to see where they go with it. This is Sleep Token. And as a composer and somebody that delves into some very fun arrangements and using different ways and approaches to change it up a bit, Sleep Token has definitely been that band that has been able to blend some very unique techniques in composition. But I think one of the standout things about the band, is the tone of the voice. This lead singer has a very unique tone and from where he sings from. So I know it's a love him or hate him kind of band, but I dig him. So let's check this out, guys. Here is a Sleep Token from the Wheel of Cheese. All right. And they like to use those rich synths too as well.
My love is an animal cold, cutting through the darkness. melting off the walls. Between teeth on a broken jaw. Following a blood trail, frothing out
And that
the
fat
mold.
low bass synth sound.
These
Jeez.
days I'm a circuit board. Integrated hardware you cannot afford. The perfect start to a perfect war. Putting down the roses, picking up the sword. Aqua, Regia. Aqua, Regia. Well, my past is a holy book, a call from Olympus.
Right now, this is more of a laid-back Sleep Token.
Between the pain and the
More of the
worry,
spacier vibe.
I'm stuck in a time where the mountains shook. And these days I'm a picture frame, screaming at the sunshine, singing in the rain. Sugar on the blood cells, carbon on the brain. Out of Eden's vices,
Ooh, that one bass note.
running through my
Perfect. Perfect.
veins. Aqua, Regia, oxytocin running in the ether. Silicon, ballrooms, subatomic interactions.
Playing around with those sevens.
Gold rush, acid flood, saturate me. I can't get enough.
Nice.
Cold love, hot blood.
But I'm still waiting for a drop.
Into your
Don't leave it out yet. They might be hidden one. You know what I know when they do that, right?
When I'm dancing to alarm bells, no wonder my ears are still ringing. And I'm done fighting off change. No wonder my arms are still swinging. Aqua, Regia, oxytocin running in the ether. Silicon, ballrooms, subatomic interactions if it's all good. Gold rush, acid flood, saturate me, I can't get enough. Cold love, hot blood, right into your heart when you're thinking of.
You know, the thing about what we're listening to with Sleep Token, and this was a new experience for me because I was going, okay, where are they going to drop the heavy? I was waiting for it because of the tracks that I've listened to with Sleep Token on the Decomposer Lounge has at some point, you know, hit us with, you know, some kind of cut time heaviness a la, you know, slight metalcore tones and stuff and really driving it home. But I did have, like other comments, like Chick Blick had just mentioned, that they do have a series of styles that I think helps their audience. Let's say that might be more akin to listening to this music with infused essence of metal. That when they blast off into some more gnarlier, you know, metalcore style, progressive metalcore style, or ambient metalcore vibes, that it's a little more accepted in the audience. And, you know, along with all the, you know, ethereal synth vibes. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff. Everything so far from Sleep Token is connected. And what I mean from that is there is no dry chugginess. There is no, you know, stop starts of everything. There's always connection all the way through. They're really big on the ethereal ambient vibes, you know, with the long reverbs and giving you that really heady kind of thing going on. His tone of his voice, once again, guys, I told you earlier, has a unique tone. And he does, Aman had brought up something earlier, and it does lend itself to sound like it's got an auto-tune and pitch shifty kind of vibe. Be it used or not, and as he says too, it's not a knock, because you guys have heard me many times talk about it as being another tool in the toolbox for the engineers to get a very unique sound. I think this is a shift in the genre. It's almost like countrycore. Have you guys ever heard of countrycore? I just learned about that from Nick Nocturnal. How many of you guys are Nick Nocturnal fans? I really like this guy. I like where he lives in his channels. I like what he's about. I love that he's got a super broad sense of genres. Even though he's tuned in, he's pulled the covers into like he is a full-on metal guy, but I call him out on being a lot more diverse and in his musicianship and his skill set and his understanding of music. And so I was listening to his show the other day, and he played something that was countrycore. So what the fuck? Countrycore? Come on, you're kidding me, right? I don't know what it was. I don't remember the name of the band, but it ripped. But then I'm like saying, oh my God, these poor people in country are just going into labor. I'm like, how are we going to market this? Is Twifty going to do Twifty? Swift. Maybe we should call her Twifty. Is Taylor Swift? Yeah, Taylor Swift. Twifty. No. Oh, no. Don't do that to me. Don't take that out and put it on TikTok. I'll get canceled. Will she jump into that, Swiftcore? We'll call it Swiftcore. I don't know. But anyhow, we're going through that change of like a lot of different unique challenge accepted in merging genres and trying to see where we can go with it from here, kind of a vibe. To the chagrin of older metal and rock listeners and stuff, as they feel that the genres are getting kind of bled out a little bit. But anyhow, that was a big rant. And that's what Sleep Token does to me. I kind of, when I listen to that, I kind of see, well, these guys are doing what and they're selling out like ice on a desert island. And so if you had money to buy ice on a desert island, if there was an ice machine on a desert island, I don't know. Let me just shut up and get on some more cheesy wheezy here. All right, let me just go to, sorry guys, I talk too much because I do. It's my show. It's the Abbacado show. By the way, I do want to let you know, like the video I just put up on YouTube, I'm having to blur out videos because 85-90% of the blocks that I get from YouTube are not necessarily by the music. It has to do with the video itself is being blocked. So if you see like a schmeary thing that I put in there, some weird overlay, it's because of that. Just thought I'd give you the heads up. And if you haven't joined the YouTube channel, it's coming up right now. Go join it. We do cool metal things. No, sorry, Nick. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Nick. I'm just having fun. He is the master of that line. It's the best one ever. Okay, here we go. Let me refresh. Uh-oh, my other phone's going off. My burner's cooking. Can you hear it? Oh, no, you can't hear it. Cool. Okay, here we go. Okay. Here we go, some newbie cheese. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, for my secret other stream. All right, guys, are you ready for some newbie, some queso fresco? Fresca. It's feminine cheese. Oh, no. I didn't mean to say that. That came out so wrong. Oh, shit. I'm embarrassed. I feel so bad. That is not how I meant it. Hold on for a second. I got to recover. I have to recover from that. That's because, just give me a second, guys. Just give me an honest mistake second. I was thinking feminine, masculine by the use of queso, fresca or fresco. And when the way I said it just came out so wrong. So I apologize. That is not the intention. I'm just an idiot that way. And I'm sorry. I apologize if I offended anybody. That's when my daughters would have been just coming at me going, Abba Jeeves. I'm sorry. Okay, let's continue on. I apologize. Oh my God. That is the worst. All right, Melly DeMel just won queso fresco. So let's see what Melly DeMel would like. Oh, I'm so embarrassed right now. I swear my face hurts from the humility, that word. Okay, let's see what we got here. Jesus, that was so bad. Oh my God. Oh, I don't think I'll ever be able to recover from that. So this here is a band called Julian Lage. Lage is Lage. I don't know how to pronounce that. And the name of the song is Crying by Roy Orbison. So this is, I guess, maybe a cover. And oh, you came in from another one of our streamers. You're a new friend here. So how's it? From Banana Eater. He's cool. Okay, so let's go. Let's see what we got going here. Let's just move off that other subject matter and just go right to this. Thank you very much. Why does it sound like Blue Bayou? So beautiful. I love how he's letting those notes ring out. Like that. I love the finesse that we hear from the drummer as well. How he started in his performance and now we're in this section. He's giving it a little more finesse, a little more life. Always nice and light on that ride. On that phrase, there was a big emphasis on legato. Not every note was played. It was of course, let's not leave out the bass. Sounds wonderful. In an era when melody was number one in the Roy Orbison days, translates so well in a trio like this. Agree? Yes? No? Would be a great bar track, maybe for the closing of the night, like Last Call. Just a great feelings track. from the three musicians there. I'm feeling like it's in the key of D. Amon, what do you say? Bass right there. I feel like right here I'm about to hear some U2 in a second, but the old volume palm mute. Jeez, I got to do that in recordings, you know, not even live, even though I could fade it out manually, take the palm and just slowly bring it onto the strings to start muting out the volume. I love the track as a complete piece of work. Obviously, it's a very famous melody. Roy Orbison, to listen to that song originally, by the way he sung it, was a masterpiece in my world. A lot of what he did, actually, because of the unique tone of his voice and the way he composed for his voice, was made him the legend that he still is. In this iteration of it, it's funny because my head hung on the bar comment, like this would be a great track to play at a bar. Actually, I could see this as like the trio in the corner, but behind the two pool tables, and where the dartboards are over here. You know, a little smoke in the air. Well, back in the days when you smoked, that's why I came from that era. You know, and you see a lot of smoke at the bar and stuff, and people are just kind of bartenders cleaning the last glasses. Just kind of said last call. You know, let's all get ready to chill out and go home and sleep safely, get home safely. This would have been that track, you know, and like I said earlier, the essence, the finesse of what we were hearing coming out of the musicians was as pure as could be, as far as I'm concerned. So, okay. More Wheel of Cheese. I'm not done with the Wheel of Cheese. Thank you, Melly DeMille. I appreciate that. Let's go for some more. This is Queso Pobre. Our Thin Slice. Yeah, I really enjoyed the track, Melly. I did. Hey, and Melly jumped into our chat for the first time, so let's say aloha to Melly DeMille. But yes, I did very much enjoy it. Thank you so much for coming by and hanging out for the Wheel of Cheese. You see, new people can come and play the Wheel of Cheese, and it lands on you. So, okay, guys, let's go. Queso Pobre. I can't even see it. Oh, I think I know who this is. Is it? Oh, we've done one. Okay, yeah. See, here's the thing, guys. Just so you know, if you end up on the big Wheel of Cheese, Queso Pobre, that means at one point or another you have submitted in the past, and you've probably won in the past. So sometimes I recognize folks when they come back around. So it could be New York Strix. Nonetheless, NY Strix. You won. So let's see what we got here. And so, oops, I passed the ends. There we go. This is from This is from a game called Starcraft. What the hell happened to my Kachuku? Oh, there we go. A game called Starcraft. I think I've done one from them already, or two. You see, Melly, I'm whistling that now. Okay, so this track is from the game StarCraft 2, and it's called Terran 1. So thanks for joining the Wheel of Cheese, New York Streaks. And let's go ahead now, and let's go and get your song on. All right. Wow, unique in the mix blend there. They're really showing a lot of love to the acoustic guitar on this. Is this in gameplay or is this a cutscene? Big chords here. I like the answer and call in the strings there. Oh, it's gameplay, okay. You know, that little horn riff turnaround that we just heard was made even that much better by the guitar line following that. Oh, there's some super old school, just grindy rock right there. Some older tones too in the guitars and the bass on this. Give me some of that B3. Oh, so this is a remake. Ah, we got you. Yeah, so Fortified Okami just gave me the breakdown of this. Now I'm making some sense in here, Theater of the Mind. Oh, it's almost over. I was just really getting into it and stuff. Ah, wait a second. I gotta sneeze. Oh, fuck you. Sorry. Look at me automatically. Just from since I had the hernia, even after the surgery, every time I sneeze now, I put my hand over here and and I feel like I'm still holding Quado back, even though Quado has been officially removed. Nice track, but now I understand why it had some, I guess this was a remake, some of the tones of the guitar and the bass, could be, you know, how or where they recorded or what they were shooting for, sounded a little older and stuff, and also some of the mixing, like I said earlier, they had emphasized a little bit of the acoustic guitar, but I liked how they would bring in a little bit of the horn section, kind of pump you up a little bit. I guess it has that Warhammer 40K kind of vibe, which I'm slightly familiar with because I still have that Warhammer skin on my Power Wash simulator that I have not done yet, and I need to do that. I need to put that on my checkbox of things I got to get back on stream and play that. Yeah, like people want to see me Power Wash, you know, like maybe I could Power Wash and talk bubbles. I'll do like an IRL Power Wash session. I don't know. We choose a subject matter and we all go. Okay, one more and then I got to take a break, guys, because I've been flying straight, recording now been on session now for 2 hours, I guess, something like that. And so I'm going to do one more, take a break, and we're coming back for more donos and more We Love Cheese. So it's not the end. This is a good time for you guys to start planning what you're going to do for the break. Make a sandwich. Okay, one more. We have queso Let's do ba-doop-ba-doop-ba-doo, doodle-doo. Wow, I've been online 2 hours, 40 minutes. What am I doing here? Oh, no, that doesn't count. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. This does not count. Does not count because I was copying something and I forgot to click something. This does not count. Therefore, I will not pull it. Vodka Man, I'm not pulling you from this. Don't worry. I apologize for if you got all pumped, but I hit the wrong button. So I know. Here we go, guys. It happens, Kairug. I can't help it. Old fut fail. Okay, guys, here we go. Wheel of cheese for queso nuevo. See, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, hey! One of our new visitors here. Musician at home. Are you still here? Or did you drift? Let's go. Musician at home. Let's see what musician at home would like. I'm musician at beach. You are a musician at home. So let's see what you would like here. Magician at home, musician at home. Matter Mortem. It's a metal band. Okay, guys. If it's anything like Perry Mortem, then we are in for some banging of banging. So let's see what this is here. This is called Where Dream and Day Collide, and the band is Matter Mortem. It's a criminally underappreciated progressive metal band from Norway with a powerhouse vocalist reminiscent of Grace Slick. All right. Well, we're doing this. So, oh, he's here with us. Okay, super cool beans. All right, man, here's your track. Let's go. Weirdly enough, I'm already feeling this because I love the way the snare sounds.
Far from here, who made sure to stay well clear of taking hold and letting go, always choosing not to know. And then his bridges burned, sometimes still he stops and turns, listening to open skies,
Love that.
words and severed ties. And I believe that wordless call.
I love when the bass pulls out the chords or the double stops.
Could reach us all. I stayed for so long, where dream and day collide. Now I'm on fire. There's some girl, one I know, who wrapped up her heart in snow. Much too proud and much too vain, she thought she could hide her pain in my clean, crispy chill. To this day she feels it still. Once frozen to the core, she's not who she was before. And I believe that chilling
I'm quiet because this is a
cold
track. I really like
she
it.
feels sometimes can touch us all.
I was waiting. I was wondering when that was coming. A little jump scare. Listen to that bass. Has a little bit of a Steve Vai vibe to it.
Let it freeze, let it burn. Someday soon it is your turn to fall down where others fell. As they wept, you will as well.
Yeah, it definitely had a little bit of the Steve Vai vibe to it. In that one little section, I think that had to do where Lisa had something. Hi Lisa, where Bendy had said something about the whammy pitch bend. That kind of reminded me a little bit like it was the foot pedal whammy vibe. Really super. I just had a hiccup in the middle of that. I loved how that just kept us on this kind of mystical glide for 3/4 of the track, and then they just gave us the people's elbow in the last like 35 seconds. But I really love the tone of her voice at the very beginning. Was not expecting what her voice did at the end. Then again, whenever I hear, Matter Mortem, to me, in Norway band in metal, I'm thinking already we were going to get like, something along Nightwish or some kind of performance like that, but it was totally unexpected. I love not only what the bass did in the first 2/3 of the song, really nice bass lines, and especially like the pre-chorus, there was some double stop playing there, or 2 notes that were playing, could have been chorded. And then the tone that it shifted into when it got really super dark. That was really super badass.